Hey friends, how are you? Running solo tonight, fielding some questions that I got from my friends, some of my friends and colleagues. And one person asked me to talk about just some basic advice for new instructional designers. And I was thinking about it, and I think one piece of advice I would have for new designers would be to you can start by developing your own needs assessment strategy. And I think it should be unique. That'll really differentiate you from other designers. And I think a great, tight needs assessment strategy achieves two things at once. One, it gets you the most information in the shortest amount of time. And two, it starts to tell your client or teacher that you know what you're doing and you're someone that is going to get their goals met and problem solved, and that they can start trusting you. So I think coming in with a great needs assessment is a great way to start. A couple things to consider. Definitely develop your own style. Okay. So you really don't want to come in with 50 questions and just rattle them off one at a time. You want to learn how to be learn how to pivot, learn how to let the conversation go where it wants to go. I've studied a lot of great interlocutors, and I see how nimble they are and how much they can get the most out of the person that they're talking to. So bring your style, develop your style, be someone that people want to give these answers to. And you can do it. So that's one. Another thing is design your own pre-meeting survey, because there are things that need to get talked through, and then there are things that don't necessarily need to get through but take time. Leave those for the survey. It's great when a faculty or a client gets a survey a couple days ahead of time that they can think about it. Really informational data type stuff. What's the name of your class? How many students? What's the room look like? All the kind of things that they don't have to really have a conversation with you about. And that gives you a great start when you do talk to them. Three, I always love the word druthers. So I use it a lot because I like to say to faculty or clients, if you had your druthers, what would you want this to look like? And you would you would think that that would just create chaos, but it doesn't. It actually starts to form parameters, because once you're really once you have a good understanding of what faculty or clients really want, that's when you can start shaping things and letting them know what you can and can't do. But I love to start with, like, what is your druthers? What do you want most in this thing that we're doing together? So that's three. And four, I also do this thought experiment with Tech X. Again, people are coming in with all different backgrounds of technology. Some know a lot about technology, some know very little. They don't know how technology can be used to their benefit. So I always say, thought experiment. I have technology X, which means I have a technology that can do anything. What do you want it to do? Again, you would think that conversation would be a mess, but it's not, because it really starts to get them thinking about what they want, and it gets me thinking about what I can provide. But the greatest part about it is it's coming in with the premise of, I want to build you what you want. Not here's my time restrictions, here's what we can't do. No, no, no. I want to give you, and I want to build for you what you really need and want. What is that? What do you want technology to do? And then we could start a conversation and go back and forth with what we can do together, what we have the resources for, the time for, the technology for. So it get your faculty or clients thinking about their druthers. And if technology wasn't a deterrent, it was, you could do anything. What would you want to do? And get the conversation going there. So wrapping up, I would say, if you want to be a really good instructional designer, figure out precisely what your teachers or clients want. what they need to get their problem solved and get their goals manifested and go from there. And it's really empowering. And that's one piece of advice I have for new instructional designers. Thank you.